What's up, everybody? Welcome to Game Nights. This show is brought to you by Wizards of the Coast.
Now, today we have a very special holiday-themed show with DJ and Ladee Danger returning. But before we get into that, we want to talk about our sponsors. If you go on over to cardkingdom.com/command zone and use that affiliate link when you're ordering your Magic cards, products, singles, anything at all, you know, speaking of the holidays, it is a time of the year when we are looking for gifts and presents for our friends, family, loved ones. What better gift than the gift of Magic cards or board games? Card Kingdom has all kinds of stuff that's not even Magic related. I'm sure you can find something for the ones that you care about.
And you can support this show directly as well by going on over to patreon.com/command zone. Patrons get to watch this episode a day early, as they do for all Game Nights episodes. They also chat with us on our Discord. We answer questions directly to them. There's tons and tons of stuff to do, as well as awesome sneak peeks behind the scenes. So if you want to be a part of our community, head on over patreon.com/command zone.
And one last thing, as always, we're giving away a ton of awesome stuff. At the end of this episode, pay attention for how you can enter to win.
All right, let's get into it.
"'Twas the night before Game Nights, and through the snow-covered land, not a paradox engine was cast, because it was banned. The deck boxes were placed on a shelf with care, in hopes that Saint Nick Bolas soon would be there. Jimmy and Josh were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of value danced in their heads.
I have all the cards in the world.
Did someone say infinite mana?
But as the boys dreamt of what spells they might cast, their libraries were filled with nothing but gas. What they hoped for were fetches or dual lands or moxes. But they'd have no idea what would be in these boxes. Then they both heard a rustle as the dragon left frame, and a big grunt and roar as he loudly proclaimed, "May you never be flooded, may you draw a good hand, and always remember,
only one may stand."
Did you hear that?
What, you snoring?
Hey, man, I don't snore.
You kidding me, man? You snore like a dragon. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a holiday-themed episode of Game Nights. Today we have two very familiar faces joining us at the table.
Hey guys, I'm Ladee Danger. I'm back again for the holidays. 'Tis the season to get dangerous. So I stream Magic Arena about 5 days a week on Twitch. Also, I just returned from hosting a Magic tournament in New Zealand, which was really, really fun. And I'm excited to be back on another episode of Game Nights.
Hi everyone, I'm DJ, and you might know me from the Jumbo Commander YouTube channel. I do deck techs and top 8 lists and gameplay. But today, I'm here for a holiday game of Commander on Game Nights.
So on this episode, we're doing something a little bit different. We're gonna do a white elephant gift exchange. Our friend Craig Blanchette, who you might remember from earlier episodes of Game Nights, is known for building really strong Commander decks.
Ho, ho, ho! Happy holidays from jolly old St. Craig.
Do I have to wear this thing?
Okay, fine, you can go without the beard.
Thank you. So they asked me to take 5 of my decks that are around the same power level and wrap them up for the gift exchange. Nobody but me knows what's in these boxes, but it's all heat. It's all power. These decks can really pack a punch.
Tell the truth, Craig. How many of these decks have infect in them?
You'll have to find out.
Welcome everybody to the holiday episode of Game Nights. Today we're doing something very special. Instead of bringing our own Commander decks, Craig has created 5 special decks for us to choose from in a white elephant exchange.
Ooh, I love elephants.
All right, can I borrow your hat, DJ?
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, let's put the numbers in here. All right. I'm not sure what's the best number. 4?
I think 4 is the best number.
4, yeah, because 1 can't steal from you, right?
Right. Well, we each have a number. Let's see what we got.
2.
4.
Oh, lucky you.
Well, I am number 1, so I'll go first. I guess I'm gonna take the blue one. Like I have to do it. I feel like I have to do that. Yeah. Okay. That box is not blue. It's yellow. They tricked me. Let's see what's in here. Okay. I have Gaveg. Guru of Spores.
That's a good one.
Do love tokens.
Oh yeah, you have the choice. You can either steal Agave or you can...
Yeah, but there's no red. So I'm gonna have to take the red bow, obviously. All right, well, give me something good. The deck box is orange. It's a kind of red. Prossh, Sky Raider of Care.
Oh, that's a good deck.
I'm gonna steal
Ooh,
Prossh.
Prossh is heading on over then.
Yeah.
Okay, well that means I get to choose another deck, right? Give me something good.
Oh, it's in the blue box.
The blue box, that's right. Ooh, Sen Triplets.
Oh, wow. You've always wanted to build that deck.
I have always wanted to build that deck. Don't steal it, TJ.
All of your commanders look very nice, but I like opening presents. Like a lot.
What do we got?
Samut.
Ooh.
Voice of Dissent.
That's a beatdown deck.
Yeah.
I'm scared of that. Okay, so
Should we find out what's in the last box?
Well, he has a choice now.
Oh,
Has
wait.
the choice.
I can either stick with Kave or open the mystery box. I think DJ had a really good point about opening presents being fun. Come on.
Prossh got to open
something
2
cool.
presents.
Well, it doesn't have blue in it. It's Karador.
Oh, what?
That's a good one.
That's a good deck. I think I upgraded.
Okay, yeah, I think you did
yeah.
too.
That's awesome.
Okay, well, now that we all have our decks, let's get the actual decks from Craig.
So after it's all said and done, I ended up with Karador, Ghost Chieftain. This deck is all about its graveyard. It wants to get a ton of creatures in there, and then it can cast them, put them back in there, cast them again, get all the value. The holidays are about value, right?
So the deck I'm playing today is Samut, Voice of Dissent. Samut has a ton of text on her, but one of the most important abilities is the haste. This lets me play big creatures and smash in for tons of damage really early.
I got a deck that I've been wanting to build for a really long time. Sen Triplets. The strategy of this one is written on the card. I get to look at my opponent's hand, steal and play their strongest stuff, and beat them down with their own deck. In the holiday spirit, of course. Beat them down in the holiday spirit. Yay!
So the deck I stole is Prossh, Sky Raider of Curve. So this deck's gonna make a lot of tokens. And then I can either sacrifice them for value, or do direct damage, or I can just pump them all up and swing in for the win.
All right, let's get ready to slay.
All right, let's deck the halls.
Let's pour that eggnog, hang some stockings, and roast some chestnuts.
All right, let's get those gains.
That's not in the holiday spirit.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay, as always, let's introduce our playmats to the table, and 'tis the season for holiday playmats from UltraPro.
You can tell everyone's been on the show before because we just one-timed that like
That
no
was
problem.
pretty sweet. Yeah, nice.
That's how real knights conduct themselves.
And speaking of knights, everyone here has been on the show before, so you know what that means.
Only one may stand.
All right, you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Go.
Okay, I will draw for turn, and I will play a Forbidden Orchard.
Oh.
This land's really interesting because it does come with a downside. It gives a spirit token to one of my opponents, but it's really important in this deck because I can't cast cards from other people's hands if I can't tap for mana of their colors.
Sen Triplets is kind of funny. It needs to be able to produce mana that aren't in the colors of the deck. So this is a good card actually, even though it has a pretty significant downside.
Pass to you.
Draw for turn. I will play Savage Lands tapped.
Nice.
And I will pass to you, Josh.
I will draw for turn, and I will play a Woodland Cemetery tapped, and I'll pass the turn.
I will draw for turn, and I will play a tapped Temple Garden and pass.
I will draw, and I will play a Swamp, and I will tap 2. That means my Forbidden Orchard's gonna give someone a spirit token, and that person is gonna be you, DJ!
Thank you. What a wonderful gift.
Absolutely, many gifts today, and I will just play a Felwar Stone. Ramp is good in any deck, but it's even better in this situation. I now have 2 ways to make mana of any color. It's gonna be really useful once I get my commander out. I'll pass to you, lady.
I will untap, draw for turn. I will play Phyrexian Tower, and I'm gonna cast a Zolaport Cutthroat.
Very nice. This card is really good in a Prossh deck because Prossh puts tons of tokens onto the battlefield. There's lots of synergies, and you know there's gonna be sacrifice outlets. This is potentially a lot of damage, even though it doesn't look like it right now. So we've got to keep an eye on Danger over there.
Okay.
And pass to you.
I will untap, I will draw. Play a forest, and I will immediately tap it for green mana, and I will play exploration.
Oh.
This card's really, really powerful if you have a lot of lands in your hand and a bunch of card draw going on. Neither of which is true in this case, unfortunately, so it looks a little more impressive than it's gonna end up playing out. And then off the exploration, I will play an additional land this turn, which will be a reflecting pool. And then I will tap these two, and I will play Hermit Druid.
Oh my gosh.
Why?
Josh's deck is built around using his graveyard, so the more things he has in his graveyard, the better his deck is gonna run. And this card can put 10, 20, 30, 40 cards in his graveyard. Who even knows how many basic lands he has? There could only be a couple in there.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Well, we all know how well this card turned out for me in a previous Game Nights episode. So I'm going to pay a green, activate the Hermit Druid, and reveal cards off the top of my library until I reveal a basic land. But this time around, I think it's a little different. Knowing how Craig builds his decks, I doubt he has more than 3 basic lands in the entire list. So if Josh gets an activation of this off with his commander, it's gonna be nuts.
Pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Okay, I will play a Plateau, and then I will tap 2 mana for a Talisman of Impulse.
Ooh.
My commander, Samut, gives my entire battlefield haste, so if I spend the early turns developing my mana, later on, I can just hit someone out of nowhere. So this is a pretty good start for me. And then I'm gonna move to combat. I'm not gonna send the spirit back at you. Thank you so much for giving me this wonderful spirit. Both of you have blockers, but one of you seems a little bit more dangerous than the other, so I'm gonna attack Lady.
Oh, well, you're right, I am dangerous. I will take one.
As soon as he said dangerous, I was like, I'm safe.
And I'll pass the turn to Jimmy.
I'll untap and I'll draw. Ooh, this changes things. I will play an Ancient Tomb, the most Jimmy Wong card of all time. This is going great. I've already played a mana rock that ramps. Now I'm playing a land that ramps, and guess what? I got more ramp on the way. I'll tap all my lands. I will give the spirit to you, lady, and I will take 2 damage from the Ancient Tomb. And I will play a Gilded Lotus.
Okay.
Jimmy has tons of mana to use, and the more mana that he has, the more mana he has to play some of the cards out of our hands. This could get really scary.
Okay, and then I'll pass turn to you, lady.
I will untap all of this and draw my card for turn, and I'll play an Overgrown Tomb untapped. I will take 2. I will tap 3 and play Journey to Eternity on my Cutthroat.
Very nice.
So this is probably gonna be really annoying because again, the Cutthroat is very important. So now having to kill it twice, that's a big deal. Plus, when Journey to Eternity flips over, it becomes a land that gets things out of the graveyard. So it's ramp and kind of card draw, or at least card advantage. It's something to never forget because anything that dies, she can still get it back. So it's definitely gonna matter later in the game.
Unfortunately, Josh, my spirit's gonna go towards you.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and take 1. And I will go to 39.
All right, Josh, it's your turn.
All right, I will untap, I will draw. And then I will tap 3, and I will play a Wood Elves. And that will find a Savannah, which will come into play untapped. And I will pass the turn.
Josh just missed a land drop, but he just got one off the Wood Elves. He's gonna activate the Hermit Druid. It's not a big deal, he's still doing great. Untap, upkeep, draw. All right, I'm going to tap 2 mana for a Selfless Spirit to protect my other spirit.
That's nice.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to put a lot of cards on the battlefield in order to combat damage people to death. And so I wanna make sure it stays there, and Selfless Spirit protects all of my cards. Then I'm gonna play a Gaia's Cradle.
Ooh. Oh boy, me giving him that extra creature on the second turn is now coming back to bite me. That Gaia's Cradle taps for more mana, and it's gonna just be a powerhouse in this deck moving forward. This is scary.
And then I'll play my Fey Burrow Elder.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Well, there's somebody else with tons of mana on the board. Something big is gonna come out, and I don't know if I'm ready for it just yet, so I'm pretty nervous.
Because my commander gives haste, all of this mana is really gonna enable some explosive plays in the near future. Then I'll go to combat and attack Josh with my little spirit.
Okay. So 2 things I'm thinking about here. 1, DJ has a Gaia's Cradle, so limiting that by killing his creature is good. And 2, my commander wants creatures in the graveyard, so I'm happy to make the trade. I'm gonna go ahead and block with the Wood Elves. They trade?
Yep. Probably shouldn't have attacked Josh with that spirit. I kind of want creatures on the battlefield. I didn't think he was going to block. Probably not the best attack. And I'll pass the turn to Jimmy.
Okay, I will untap all my stuff, upkeep, and then I will draw my card for the turn. I'll play a Phyrexian Tower. At this point, my board is completely set up. I have access to every color of Magic. I can play my commander and hold up mana. I feel really strong about where I'm at right now, and I'm definitely further ahead than everyone else at the table. Okay, I'm gonna tap 5 mana, and I'll cast my commander, Sen Triplets.
Dang.
I love this commander, and it's one I've wanted to build around forever because being able to play cards out of your own hand is nice, but what if you had access to everyone's hand at the table? I just gotta cross my fingers that I get to untap with this thing. I have 1 floating, tap Ancient Tomb for 2, lose 2 life, and play Force Field.
Jingle bells. This is a big problem. When I go all in on one big creature and Jimmy can just suddenly have it deal 1 damage, I'm gonna have to find a way to answer this thing.
This is an annoying card. It's gonna make attacks against Jimmy difficult. Really, the big worry is that it'll cause DJ to hit me or Lady Danger instead of Jimmy. That part of it's a little worrying.
And that's it, pass turn.
All right, I will untap and I will draw. I'll play Verdant Catacombs and tap 2 and play Farseek. And I will also pay 1 life for the Verdant Catacombs. I will find a Bayou and a Badlands, and the Bayou will come in untapped.
Efficient, I like it.
So I've got a lot of key elements in my hand, and I just can't get them out yet because I don't have enough mana, so I'm definitely using this turn to catch up to everybody else's mana ramp. And I will...
I'll make you a sick deal. If you attack me with the spirit, I'll give you another one, and I'll block my Sen Triplets, and we'll have a Zulaport trigger.
Wow, that's interesting.
Oh,
You'll
yeah.
end up with the same amount of spirits at the end.
Jimmy, in the spirit of giving, I will hit you with my spirit.
Okay, I'll block the Sen Triplets.
Perfect. So the spirit dies, and Zulaport Cutthroat triggers. Everybody loses 1 life. And I will gain 1 life.
Yay.
You're welcome.
That's everything I ever wanted.
Yay.
That's the most Jimmy play. I'll take damage to do damage to everybody.
Yeah.
And then I will pass the turn.
Okay, on your end step, I'm going to activate Hermit Druid.
Oh, jeez.
What I'm really hoping for here is like 15, 20 cards. I'm not getting greedy. It'll make my commander cheap. I'll have a lot of options of stuff to play.
There's a really good chance that Josh mills half his deck, 2/3 of his deck. Who knows? Either way, a lot of cards are probably going to the graveyard right now.
Land, land, land.
Listen, what's probably gonna happen right now is Josh is gonna take 20 cards, put them in his graveyard. It's certainly gonna be enough to let him cast his Karador, which is kind of what we want to avoid.
So here we go. Nope. Nope. So I start to flip the cards, and we're like 5 cards in, still no basic land. 10 cards. Nope.
Oh boy,
nope.
this is...
Nope. 15 cards. 20 cards. Nope.
Oh.
Are there any basic lands in this?
Spoiler, no basic lands, he loses.
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
25 cards. 30 cards. At a certain point, I start to worry. I really don't want to mill the entire deck. 35 cards. Still haven't hit a basic land.
Where's Craig? There are basics in here, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to kill you to infect. I wanted to kill you to mill instead.
He's gonna activate this card and lose.
Okay. All right. Wow, so the swamp goes to my hand, and then 37 cards go into my graveyard.
Holy moly, that is quite the holiday gift. That's 1/3 of his deck basically in the graveyard.
I can't even handle it. He probably has access to so many different effects. We really have to be worried about Josh.
And then I will untap. That was a pretty good Hermit Druid.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I will draw. And then I'm gonna tap 3, and I'm gonna play Karador, Ghost Chieftain.
Oh, Lord.
So here he is, my commander, only costs 3 mana right now because I milled a bajillion creatures into my graveyard. When my graveyard's that big, the more Karador starts to become like a tutor rather than card draw, just because I have so many options. Karador lets me play creature cards out of my graveyard, so I'm gonna tap a green, and I'm gonna play Land War Elves.
Okay.
Whew. Fortunately, this turn, Josh used up most of his mana casting his general, so he doesn't have much left over. But next turn, who knows what's gonna happen.
And then I'll pass the turn.
All right. So I have a plan for my turn. It's really clear that we can't let Josh activate that Hermit Druid too many more times. Maybe Jimmy will help me out. Jimmy,
Yes?
if you give me a spirit, I can deal some damage to Josh and kill Hermit Druid. And I won't attack you.
But I made a promise to Lady to give her. I guess.
But lady, is it okay for this greater good if I also don't attack you?
I am dangerous, but I will allow that because
She's
Jimmy
also gracious,
will
apparently.
totally give me another one, right?
Yes. Well, I'm certainly not giving it to Josh at this point. You know, I'll give it to you right now.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tap my Forbidden Orchard for red. DJ, you get a spirit token.
Thank you so much.
This is a pretty easy deal to make for me because if Josh gets 2 or 3 more activations, it's gonna be a mountain that we can't climb. So I'm okay helping DJ out right here because we gotta get rid of that Hermit Druid.
This is great because I only needed 1 more mana to do everything I wanted to do this turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll play my land for turn, it's a Clifftop Retreat.
Okay.
Then I will tap my Gaia's Cradle for 3 mana, and then I will produce a red and a colorless to play my commander, Samut.
Oh no.
Samut is one of those deceptively powerful cards. Giving every creature on your battlefield haste is super important, but the fact that she also can tap to untap them means that you can use activated abilities multiple times and be really tricky with it, so who knows what's about to happen here.
My Fabro Elder taps for 3 because I have a red, a green, and a white creature. So I will go ahead and tap him and play a Sword of Fire and Ice.
So this card's scary to me for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's probably how DJ's gonna get rid of my Hermit Druid. Swords are always good, but this one's even better in this case.
And then I'm gonna equip my Sword of Fire and Ice to the Selfless Spirit.
Wow, that's strong.
And then I'm gonna attack Josh with Samut and Selfless Spirit.
All right, no blocks. I will take 10, going to 28, and 6 of that is commander damage.
I have a Sword of Fire and Ice trigger, and so I'm going to point 2 damage at your Hermit Druid and draw a card.
All right, in response to that trigger, I'm going to activate the Hermit Druid.
Oh, we're going digging.
Yes.
All right, well, this is expected, and at least I get 1 more activation of Hermit Druid before it dies. I hope there's at least 1 more basic land in here, Craig, please.
Make some space. Here comes half the deck.
So here we go.
Wait, hold on. Why is it when you use Hermit Druid, you get like 30 to 40 cards, and when I do it, I get 1?
I mean, Craig did build the deck. He probably just didn't put very many basic lands in it.
That's true, and you probably got those non-basic lands by going on over to cardkingdom.com/command zone. That's our affiliate link. It's the holiday season. If you want fast shipping on your Magic cards, products, singles, sealed products, and more, Card Kingdom's got you covered. If you order right now, guaranteed you're gonna get it before the holidays. It's a perfect gift, stocking stuffer, what have you. Just use that affiliate link. You're also supporting the show at cardkingdom.com/command zone.
Yeah, that's something I always worry about when ordering gifts for people around the holidays. Yeah. Will it arrive in time? And Card Kingdom, they do what they say they're gonna do. They get it out fast and get it to the person that you order it for ASAP.
Yeah.
Our other sponsor is UltraPro. They make all of the awesome accoutrement, the cool stuff that goes on your battlefield and makes it look really, really spicy.
Heck yeah.
In fact, you may have noticed on this episode, we're using all of the holiday-themed playmats. We've got some disassembly required, Bog Humbugs, all the other ones. UltraPro really does have access to all the really cool Magic-themed stuff that nobody else has. So if you want to protect your cards and make your battlefield look sweet, UltraPro is the way to go.
Yeah, and they also sponsor the giveaways that we're doing at the end of the episode, so don't forget, that is still coming up. But we got some more Magic to play, right, Josh?
Yes, that is right. Let's see how many cards I get off my second Hermit Druid activation.
Best of luck. Can't believe we got here.
Thank you.
And so I'm going to point 2 damage at your Hermit Druid.
In response, I'm going to activate the Hermit Druid. Hopefully I get another like 10 or 15 cards here.
Make some space. Here comes half the deck.
So here we go. Same old story. Not a basic, not a basic. Basic.
Wow.
Okay, that was not as satisfying.
Planes to my hand and Protean Hulk and Machias go to the graveyard. Well, those are real cards.
So worried.
And then Hermit Druid dies.
And then I'll draw a card. Pow! Hermit Druid down.
The nice thing about this entire turn of events is that everyone's been paying attention to Josh's Hermit Druid over my Sen Triplets. So now I'm about to untap. Let's see what the player has in their hand.
I'll pass the turn to Jimmy.
Okay, I'm going to untap, and I have an upkeep trigger, which is the Sen Triplets.
Oh no.
How big is everyone's hand?
I have 6 cards.
6 cards?
I have 4 cards.
4.
So I can choose to look at and play cards from anyone's hand at the table here.
I have the most cards in hand, so he may choose me, which is not the greatest, but also not the worst, because again, I do have access to my graveyard if I run out of cards.
I really don't think he's gonna pick me because I'm just gonna make a bunch of tokens, and I don't think think that's really what he wants.
I don't think I'm gonna be the target because I just have big dumb creatures that attack and I've played out most of my hand. Why go after me when Josh is sitting there with a hand full of cards?
I think I'm gonna have to go with DJ because the Samut deck is known for the big plays, right?
Yeah.
I mean, definitely there's gonna be haymakers in that deck, and you have 1,000,000 mana.
So DJ, you're gonna have to reveal your hand, and I can play cards from it this turn thanks to Sen Triplets.
I didn't think Jimmy was gonna choose me, but he did, and I have some very good cards in my hand. This isn't just gonna be bad for me, this is gonna be bad for everyone. Here's my hand.
All right, so we have Elish Norn, Grand Cenobite.
Triumph of the Hordes.
Of the Hordes. So Vala, Heart of the Wilds, and Ancient Tomb.
Gosh.
So the good news is we get to see DJ's hand. The bad news is it's absolutely terrifying.
I think I made the right choice. These are all super powerful cards. What a holiday surprise. Thank you, DJ, for your generosity. Okay, I'm gonna draw for turn, see what I get here.
So you have all the cards in your hand plus all the cards in DJ's hand this turn.
This feels horrible.
I am going to play the Ancient Tomb from DJ's hand.
Oh my god, you get 2 Ancient Tombs?
Okay, let's start things off tapping all my lands.
So
So I'm gonna take 4 damage from Ancient Tombs. My Forbidden Oyster is gonna trigger, so I'm gonna give you a Spirit Lady.
Yay!
He keeps his word.
Your debt is paid.
And then I'm going to cast Treachery. And I'm going to untap all of my lands. I have 5 mana floating. And I'm gonna target Samut, Voice of Dissent.
Wow.
So it was already bad that he targeted me, and now he's stealing stuff on my board? I was really excited to be able to have haste. It makes my deck work really well. And now Jimmy has haste, and he's playing with my cards.
Everything is going great. The only minor issue I have is I can't make a lot of colored mana, and all of DJ's cards have 2 pips of each color in it. So a minor setback, but I'm still gonna do a lot of damage this turn. I'll tap the Forbidden Orchard, and I'm just gonna give another Spirit to you again, lady.
Woo!
So I'm gonna play Elish Norn out of DJ's hand. This is just single-handedly one of the most powerful creatures you can play in Magic. It's a really oppressive card and maybe not in the holiday spirit, but you know what? If you want to get mad at anyone, get mad at Craig. He made these decks. All right, every creature that my opponents control gets -2/-2.
Okay, so my Land War Elves dies.
My Faber, Elder, and Spirit die.
And then my whole board dies.
Jeez.
Jimmy takes 3 cards away from me and is now instantly able to use them. This is just bad. Very, very bad.
I have 2 triggers. My Zulaport Cutthroat does 3 damage to all of you, and I gain 3.
And Zulaport's down.
But Journey to Eternity is going to flip, and it will bring back Zulaport Cutthroat, which will immediately die to the Elish Norn, which will trigger it again.
Okay, so this is going great. And one thing that's actually pretty easy to miss about Elish Norn is that aside from killing all the stuff, she also pumps your whole team. So Jimmy's creatures are huge. And remember, all of his stuff has haste and he still hasn't attacked yet.
So I'm gonna go to combat, and
The one good thing about this is that I'm probably not gonna die first, because if Jimmy kills me and I'm out of the game, I take all of my cards with me and he won't have a board anymore.
Josh will most likely get rid of my Elish Norn next turn, so I'm just gonna swing it all at you.
Strong man.
Sorry, Josh.
Wow, so I would love to block that Samut here and save myself a bunch of damage. Problem is, if my commander dies, I can't play things out of my graveyard anymore, and I'm gonna really need to be able to do that to answer what Jimmy has just done. So I just gotta suck it up and take the huge hit. I'm gonna take 19 and go to 5. Ugh. I mean, I was feeling really good. I thought I was probably in the lead after that first Hermit Druid activation, and I'm already at 5 life and it's turn 5. Ouch.
And then I'm going to cast a Demonic Tutor.
Oh, Lord.
Ah, come on.
Not only did Jimmy steal all of this stuff, not only did he blow up everybody's board, not only did he do all of this damage, not only does he have all this mana set up for the following turn, but he is also Demonic Tutored for the best card in his deck. We are in gigantic amounts of trouble.
I'm going to get this card with Demonic Tutor, put it into my hand. All right.
Now everybody knows what playing against Craig is like.
All right, I'll pass the turn to you, lady.
Wow, thank you.
Oh, is that all you're gonna do?
Untap, draw for turn.
The thing that's a little hard to get about Sen Triplets and why it's so good is that not only do you get value by playing cards out of your opponent's hands, but they also lose those cards when you play them. So at the end of this turn, DJ just has 2 cards in his hand and we know what they are. He's not gonna be any help in dealing with this Jimmy problem. So Ladee Danger and I really got to put our heads together here and see if we can pick away at Jimmy's board, or he's just going to run away with this thing.
Can you kill Sen Triplets?
I can look.
I mean, I'll kill Elishnorn, but I think Sen Triplets also has to go, or either way, so he's just gonna win.
So I'm gonna make a deal here with Josh. He's gonna get rid of the Elishnorn. I'm gonna get rid of the triplets. That was a scary turn from Jimmy, but I think we can get him under control. All right, so I'm gonna pay 2 in Demonic Tutor.
All right.
Now we can find a kill spell.
Thank goodness. I have nothing. So it's up to Lady and Josh to be able to handle Jimmy. Luckily, it looks like they're working together to solve this problem. So maybe we'll be okay.
All right, I'll put this card in my hand.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and I'll pass.
I thought you were gonna kill Sen
I will,
Triplets.
I promise I will, after you kill Elishnorn.
Well, why don't you just kill it now?
I have reasons.
Okay.
Well, she definitely got an answer with that card. I don't know what it is, but I know for a fact that something's probably gonna die on my side of the table.
I'll untap my stuff and I'll draw for turn. Okay, well, I have to do this first part, so let's just do it. Using Karador's ability, I'm going to evoke Shriekmaw from my graveyard, and I will target Elishnorn.
Elishnorn dies and goes back to DJ's graveyard.
Party! That's what I was hoping for. I needed that Elishnorn out of here because I have a very specific plan to get rid of the triplets.
Shriekmaw actually dies to Elishnorn, or the evoke trigger. You take your pick. Okay, so our creatures can breathe a little bit here.
And because you're so nice and you did get rid of that Elishnorn, I'm going to tap 2 here and play Artifact Mutation, targeting your Sen Triplets.
No, why does it have to be an artifact creature?
And I will get 5 1/1 green Saproling creature tokens.
Oh no. Ooh, well, that's 2 of the best pieces of my board gone just like that, but it makes sense that she waited until the Elishnorn was gone so that she would get the Saprolings on the battlefield, and that's really good for her deck.
All right, okay, it's not looking as scary out there. Jimmy can't steal cards from people's hands, and all of our creatures don't immediately die when they come into the battlefield. So I'm at 5, but maybe we could stabilize?
Boy, Samut is really scary because I'm at 5.
Yeah.
Not just Samut hitting me, which is also scary, but the fact that anything you play has haste. Okay, I'm going to play my own Fabro Elder, which is a 3/3 at the moment.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
My only chance of getting back into this game is being able to cast a lot of spells and have an explosive turn. So this card will give me mana, and then we just gotta cross our fingers and hope I get another untap step.
And I guess I can't afford to tap anything because I'll just die to anything. So go ahead, DJ.
Untap, upkeep, draw. All right, I don't have a lot going on, but maybe this sword can get me back into the game, especially with that card draw. I need to swing this at Jimmy. I'm gonna move to combat, and I'm going to attack my Selfless Spirit at Jimmy.
Okay, I can't block it, which means I'm going to pay 2 life with an Ancient Tomb to use 1 mana to force field it, which means I end up taking 3 total damage.
So you save 1 damage.
Yeah, I save 1 damage, which is nice. So I'll go to 24.
Okay, because I still deal 1 damage to you, my Sword of Fire and Ice will trigger. I'll deal 2 damage to your face, and I'll draw a card.
Okay, I'll go to 22.
It's funny how the Ancient Tomb made it only prevent 1 damage.
That's right, Jimmy. Taste it. Take 5 instead of 6. All right, I will tap 3 for Mangara of Korondor.
Ooh.
I can eventually kill something.
It's too bad you don't have the haste, right?
This card is really good in his deck because of Samut as the commander. Because she gives haste, you get to activate the Mangara the turn you play and then untap it with Samut and do it again to remove 2 permanents for the price of 1. Problem is, I have his commander, so he can't do any of that right now, which gives me plenty of time to figure out a solution to it.
So what I'm hoping to do is use Mangara when it's unsummoning sick to get rid of that treachery, get my commander back, and then get going again. And then I'll tap 3 more mana for a Sylvala Heart of the Wilds.
Ah, very nice.
Playing this could be a little bit risky because it could give cards to my opponents, but I think I just need bodies on the battlefield, especially because I have Triumph of the Hordes in my hand, so they might be worth a lot more later on in the game. Pass the turn to Jimmy.
Okay, I will untap and I will draw for turn. So I'm gonna tap 5 mana. Ancient Tomb is gonna make me lose 2 life, and I will give a 1/1 spirit to you, DJ, because I've taken so much from you this game.
A little bit.
And then I'm going to cast Bribery And DJ, I'm gonna have to target you again.
Well, that doesn't take a card out of your
Then
hands.
you take it away. So I thought Jimmy looking at DJ's hand was terrifying, and now he gets to look at his whole deck, which is making me extremely nervous. This could be absolutely terrible.
Here's the thing, I have to target DJ again here because I already have his commander and there's a high chance that the creatures in his deck synergize with that. So I'm gonna find something really, really scary here and hopefully I can close out the game before anyone can stop me.
He's just playing your deck.
I feel like I'm winning a little bit.
Oh my God. Well, there's lots of cool things in here, I'll say that much.
Jimmy's pulled like 5 different cards to the front. He's having a hard time picking the best way to kill us with my own deck. It's like Christmas morning and presents as he's going through, going like, ooh, look at all these great toys that I have to play with, that I have to kill my friends. This is horrible.
Okay, with bribery, I'm gonna find one of my favorite cards in Magic the Gathering. It is Scourge of the Throne. Oh boy. I love this dragon. It does everything I want to in this position. Not only does it get bigger with each attack, but it also gives me more attack steps. And the best part about all of this is I still have Samut, so I get to use this creature right now.
Okay, well that's a 5/5 flyer, and even if that's just all it said, it would be enough to take me out. But in this case, Jimmy's gonna get extra combat steps. So I guess Ladee and DJ are gonna take a little bit of damage here too.
And that's gonna trigger Selvala, because it's bigger than every other creature on the battlefield, so I will draw a card. All right, I'm gonna go to combat, and I'm going to swing Samut at you, DJ, and Scourge of the Throne at you, Ladee. That's gonna trigger Dethrone on Scourge, so it's gonna get a +1/+1 counter. It's a 6/6 in the air.
I can take 6.
I also will not be blocking my own commander.
I go down to 35.
And I'll go to 29.
In the holiday spirit, it would be really nice to keep everyone at the table for as long as possible, but Josh is gonna be able to play a Shriekmaw every single turn, or a Hermit Druid, or any of the other scary creatures in his graveyard, and I just can't let that happen. So, unfortunately, it means I gotta take him out. That's also gonna trigger Scourge's second ability, so it's going to untap, and I have an additional combat phase. So, I'm going to swing the Scourge of the Throne now at Josh for 6 in the air, and Samut once again is gonna come at you, DJ, for 6 in the ground.
I have no flyers and I'm at 5, so I'm gonna die.
Oh my.
And then the dragon roasted me just like a chestnut over an open fire.
So this is really early. Josh dying kind of stinks for us right now because as much as you want to win and get your opponents out, sometimes you also need them in to fill in the gaps that your deck doesn't have answers to. This is gonna make it a little bit harder to get Jimmy out of the way.
And then I will not block Samut. I will take 6 more.
Okay, I'm going to tap 4 blue mana, and then I'm gonna tap my Ancient Tomb of the Phyrexian Tower for an additional 3 and lose 2 more life. And I'm going to play Empress Galena with haste.
Why?
No!
So with the extra 2 blue mana, I'm going to tap it, and I'm gonna gain control of your Mangara of Korondor, DJ.
I wanted that. Of course he steals Mangara. He's stolen my one piece of removal, my one way to answer him, and he has taken it, and it has haste too. I mean, it makes sense. This deck is built to be synergistic, thank you, Craig. All of the cards work together so beautifully, it just happens they're all on Jimmy's side of the battlefield.
Okay, and with that, I will now pass the turn.
Thanks.
All right, I'm fully tapped out, but I have some protection. I just gotta cross my fingers and know that everyone's gonna be coming after me. If I can hold out for just a little longer, I think I got this one in the bag.
So right now, I think I have a lot of great cards I can be playing, but Mangara's just gonna exile anything important that I put out. So now I'm in a situation where I have to try to bait out that removal. So I can start playing some of my really good cards. All right, so I will tap 6 and play Prossh. And I will get 6/01 red Cobalt creature tokens.
A lot of tokes out there.
Yeah!
So I'm out of the game, but I can see Ladee Danger's hand, and Jimmy's in a commanding position, but I think she has a pretty good chance to take down this game if she can just keep all those tokens on the board. Let's see what happens.
And I will play my land for turn, Bajuka Bog. And I will exile your graveyard, Jimmy.
Acceptable.
You don't need that anymore.
Okay.
And Jimmy, I am in the spirit of gifting as well, so
Yep.
I will swing all 5 of my Saprolings at you.
Okay, I will block one of them with Samut, and I will take 4 damage.
And 1 will die.
Okay, I'm at 14 life. I really got to keep an eye on my life total, which means I probably can't use the Ancient Tombs anymore. That means I'm down 4 mana and I'm in a position where everyone's trying to kill me. So as far ahead as I am, I still could die at any moment. That's just how powerful the decks are at the table.
And I think that's all I can do. It's your turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Okay, let me think for a second. I'm trying to figure out some way to use Triumph of the Hordes to get Jimmy dead, but it's just not there. I'm a little bit short to be able to do everything I want to do. Mangara of Karador is a really big problem because any threat I put against Jimmy is instantly dead. Ladee Danger has that land that can get back her Zulaport Cutthroat. She has a sacrifice outlet on her Prossh. Then she can sack all of her stuff, drain us for a bunch. Her Prossh is huge, attack one of us. So even though Jimmy's a big problem, I also have to worry about Ladee Danger too. Okay, I'm going to tap Temple Garden and Selvala to produce 4 mana. And then I'm gonna use 3 of that mana to play an Eternal Witness. Oh. And I'm gonna get back Elish Norn.
No.
Ruh-roh.
And then I'll play Elish Norn. So Elish Norn on the stack. You guys got some stuff on the stack.
Yeah, so I am going to activate Mangara of Karador, targeting your Sword of Fire and Ice.
Oh, sad.
So now everything gets -2 on both your boards?
Not again. I had such huge plans to use these tokens against Jimmy. You would think DJ would help me, his only other ally in this game, but no, he has to go and play Elish Norn again.
All right, so my creatures have a little bit more pump to deal a little bit more damage. Jimmy doesn't have any mana available right now for this turn for him to activate his force field. This might be my only chance to get any damage through. Okay, and then I'll attack Jimmy with both of my spirits, the Selfless Spirit and the one you gave me.
Shoot, okay, well, all right, I'll take 7. I'll go to 7. Ooh, I'm at such a low life total now, but I'm actually feeling a little safer than I was a second ago because Ladee Danger's board is completely gone, and that was the thing that was worrying the most. With that kind of deck, there was a really good chance that she could kill me out of nowhere. So thank you, DJ.
And that's my turn.
Okay, I'm going to untap. I will draw a card for turn, and then I'm going to activate Empress Galena, and I'm going to take another one of DJ's permanents, Elish Norn.
For the second time.
For the second time.
So now just my creatures end up dying.
Okay.
Well, I can't not take the best creature on the board with the card that says take the coolest thing on the board, so I'm just gonna take it. Happy holidays to me. Okay, I'll go to combat, and I'm gonna swing everything at you, my lady. Scourge of the Throne is gonna have a dethrone trigger, taking it up to now a 9/9.
So I'm gonna block Samut with Prossh.
Okay, so that's 13 damage.
Okay. I go to 22. And I'll put Prossh in my command zone.
And then Scourge of the Throne will untap. I get another combat step here. So this is interesting. If I kill you, DJ, I lose my entire board.
You do.
Yeah, you still have a Galena.
If you look at my board right now, all of my really powerful creatures are from DJ's deck. So I can't take him out right now because I'd lose all of those. So my plan here is chip everyone down low enough that I can guaranteed get rid of them next turn. So I'm gonna swing Samut and Elish Norn at you, lady, and Scourge of the Throne at you, DJ. Scourge of the Throne is going to trigger its dethrone and go up to a 10 power flyer.
I guess I'll take 14.
And I will take 10.
I'll go to 8.
And I'm at 13. So Jimmy spreads the damage around instead of just killing Ladee Danger. Now he's setting up for next turn so he can kill us both at once. Which is good news, bad news. Bad because I'm going to die next turn, but good because I've got one more turn left.
And pass the turn to you, lady.
Okay, I will untap all of this, draw my card for turn. Okie dokie, I will play Perforos, God of the Forge.
Oh, I like that.
So this was a card I was hoping to get out a lot earlier. This is a super long shot. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of damage out here and hopefully DJ can finish Jimmy off, but who knows. And then I will play Falconwrath Noble.
Oh.
When I play the Noble, it'll trigger Perforos and you'll both take 2. And because of Elish Norn, the Noble will die. And Jimmy will lose 1 more life, and I will gain a life.
Okay, I'll go to 4. Ooh, this is looking super sketchy right now. 4 life is nothing to scoff at, and DJ's deck is built around haste, so anything can happen. I just gotta wait and hope no one can piece it together.
Well, Jimmy's at a pretty low life total right now. There's a lot of cards in Magic history that can just deal 4 damage. I don't even know what's in this deck. Let's see.
Can you do 4 damage?
We'll give it a try. I'll untap, draw. So I top deck a card that can kill Jimmy if he didn't have my Elesh Norn on the battlefield. Okay, well, I have a good one. Aurelia, the War Leader.
Uh-oh.
Has haste.
Oh, and gets an extra attack?
But is only a 1/2.
Oh, right. Oh, no. It's only a 1/2.
Wow, this card 100% would have killed me. But I have DJ's Elesh Norn, so everything's power is super nerfed. So I think I'm actually gonna make it.
As I said, Elesh Norn, the worst.
Okay, Jimmy, I'll attack you with my Aurelia for 1 in the air.
All right, I'll take 1 damage and go to 3.
I'll get an extra combat phase. And Jimmy, I'll attack you for 1 in the air with Aurelia.
All right, I'll go to 2.
And I'll pass the turn.
It was a valiant effort.
Very, very close. Very close.
Oh, well, I think the writing's on the wall then. I will draw a card for turn. Okay, I'm gonna tap the Sea of Clouds and the Dark Waste, dealing 1 damage to myself.
She's living on the edge.
Come on.
Okay, 1. And then I'm going to use my Empress Galena, unfortunately, to take your Aurelia, DJ.
You have stolen my entire deck.
Yeah, I have. So I'll go to combat, I'll swing Aurelia, Elesh Norn, and Samut at you, lady.
Tell me how you really feel. So Jimmy's attacking me, but I'm essentially dying to Elesh Norn and that giant death boomerang.
And DJ, I will swing at you with the Scourge of the Throne. So the dethrone trigger will go on the Scourge. It is now an 11/11.
My cards, why have you forsaken me? So I die to my own card, just like.
All right, that's gonna be it. Good game.
Good game.
Good game. Good game.
Oh, good game,
Good game.
Jimmy.
You know, they say being a DJ is all about learning how to use other people's creations in your own work. And today, I got to turn the tables myself on DJ. So, I win!
Commander is such a great format because there are so many different ways to play within it. And this was a powerful game with very strong decks.
Super fun to sit down and play with decks that you haven't seen before, try out something new, and see Elesh Norns hit the battlefield and things be stolen, and it was just a really fun game of Commander.
The holiday season is all about gifting and giving and generosity, and what better way to celebrate that than to play with a deck that someone else has made for you, experience the game through someone else's shoes, and of course, play with some awesome people at the table.
The holidays are about gathering your friends around and keeping the people that are important to you close by and getting to make some magic with them. So make sure you get your friends and teach them some new games and play and share the magic there with everyone.
So from everybody here at the Command Zone and Game Nights to each and every one of you out there, we're wishing you the happiest and merriest of holidays. Thanks for tuning in all year long. We'll see you in 2020.
Happy holidays!
All right, you made it to the end of the episode.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to me.
Yeah, congratulations, Jimmy.
Really to Craig's deck. Thank you, Craig, for building such an impressive deck that I don't want to touch it ever again.
Actually, I would think it would be fun to play an impressive deck that someone else built because it's like, it's not my fault.
No responsibility.
Yeah.
Hands off. Whoops. Did I do that or did Craig do that?
As always, huge thanks to UltraPro, who sponsors all of our content and really does help make Game Nights and all of our stuff better by helping to fill up the world and make sure that it's on theme. We had all the holiday playmats today. We had those awesome satin towers, which are so sweet for holding your decks. They give us all the Eclipse sleeves to protect all of the cards. UltraPro really does make the best stuff in the business.
Yeah, adds a lot of flavor. And of course, UltraPro also contributes to giving away tons of free product. What a holiday thing for them to do. But
That's
they do
true.
it every single episode of Game Nights. So they are just basically in the spirit all year round. So if you want to enter...
Oh yeah, pay attention this time because it's a little bit different.
Here's how you do it. There are 3 ways to enter. The first is on Twitter. If you post a link to this video in a tweet and use the hashtag Game Nights, that's Nights with a K, that's your entry. If you're on Facebook, go and find the post on our Facebook page to this episode, and in the comments section, tag a friend that you think would also like to see the episode and write whatever you want, and that'll be your entry there. And finally, on Instagram, if you'd like to enter, go ahead and post anything about Magic. It can be about game nights, but make sure that in the description and in the picture you tag our Instagram profile as well as use the hashtag game nights. So it's a little different this time. Instead of 2 ways to enter, you now have 3 ways to enter. And from the posting of this game nights episode, you have 1 week to do so, and we will be declaring the winners on all 3 of those accounts at the end of the week.
Yeah, so make sure you get in your entries. That's actually kind of 3 chances to win if you're on all 3 also, right? So yeah, follow us on all 3. All right, everybody, before we go, let me just say happy holidays to everybody out there. We hope that it's merry and bright.
And that you have a wonderful new year as well. Stay safe, stay warm, and play lots of Magic.
And we'll see you around the time Theros comes out.
All right. Bye, everyone.